Welcome to Rebel Chaser. This is Gail, and yeah, my voice is bad again, still again. It gets better for a couple days, then it goes bad for a few days. Anyway, I did have a throat culture done yesterday, so hopefully we'll find out if there's anything virus or bacterial going on in my throat that's causing this, because we don't really know. Anyway, I've got a video for you from Judge Schwall in Georgia, and I'll let you guys watch.
All right, you can come back. Let's take Bumpus versus Johnson. Mr. Chen and Ms. Stadler.
Yes, Your Honor. Christine Stadler here on behalf of the respondent.
I appreciate y'all's patience. I am presiding this week, which means it's chaos. All right, Mr. Chen, are you there?
Yes, I should have said here. I'm here. Thank you, Judge.
All right. So basically, we're talking about an allegation that the father has withheld visitation from the mother, and we've got some allegations that he's not allowed the mother to be in emergency contact with the school, and we've got a child support modification and a contempt for non-payment of child support. Is that what we have here today?
Yes, Your Honor. We have a 16-year-old child. I have filed a motion for the court to interview the child. The child has already filed an election and has actually talked to, I believe, the caseworkers at the court with regards to his election and his desire to continue to live with the father and visit with the mother as him and the mother shall agree. And we do want the court to be able to interview him since he is 16.
Is there any doubt, Mr. Chen, about the election, about the appropriateness of the election?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Well, so the child's going to live with the father, and the mother's going to have to pay child support, I imagine. And is the visitation going to be kind of loose, just as they can work it out? I mean, is it a situation where we can co-parent this child?
Your Honor, my client, since the child is 16, my client is fine for the mother and the child to work out the visitation as they desire. Mother lives in Texas, and we're asking that, the problem is the parties were meeting in Tennessee. My client would go, she would not show up. She would go, supposedly my client wasn't there. So there was an issue. So we're asking that any visitation that she fly the child out to him. He's old enough to fly by himself. Airfares are about $250 to get out to where she is.
Does the child want to see his mother?
Your Honor, I did speak with the child yesterday in preparation, and he does want to see the mother, but on his terms. He wants to be able to say, because he is a straight A student and he is in other activities.
I don't have a problem with a 16-year-old organizing their life, and he does want to see his mother. Mr. Chen, is your client here?
Yes, Your Honor. My client is Valerie Bumpus. I think she need. Valerie, could you rename your label to and from iPhone to Valerie Bumpus, and then my associate Kara Down is also on. But yeah, if you want to talk to her, she's on.
All right, Ms. Bumpus.
Yes, I am here.
Where's that? You iPhone here? That's you? Okay.
Yes.
So your child does want to see you, and you're just going to have to work it out with your child about how you're going to visit him.
I'm kind of against that because he has asked his father several times. This order been going on since 2015, and Mr. Johnson has deliberately just not shown up. I've only missed one visitation since the whole order, and he just won't bring them. So
right,
even
well,
him.
You live in Texas, the child can fly out there to see you.
Correct.
Okay. And Mr. Johnson?
Yes, sir.
I don't want any hindrance of the child seeing his mother as he wishes.
Can I speak? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
what she's talking about in 2015 has already been handled multiple times, which is inaccurate information. Next is I have multiple family wizard messages and pictures where I showed up and she did not come, even text messages where she said, I'm not using the family wizard or whatever. So, and we have to speak on this every time we come to court, that she constantly bringing up matters that were already handled. So as far as her not seeing him this time is not my doing and never was my doing.
All right. Let's talk about the future. We can't look at life through the rearview mirror. Let's look at life through the windshield. I want this child to have a good, positive relationship with both parents.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
So
I don't have a problem.
So this child is probably what, a junior in high school next year or senior?
Yeah, he'll be in 11th grade next year. Yes, sir.
Where is he in school?
At Maynard Jackson.
All right. So how are we going to handle visitation for the summer?
He's actually supposed to be with me now. Like I said, he's basically exhausted 100 and something odd days, even from the last order.
Can I speak?
Yes, sir. Hang on a minute. Let me put the child on. Where's the child, Ms. Stadler?
Mr. Johnson, can you make the child available?
Yeah, let me walk in the house. Hold on.
Yeah, and while he's walking in the house, while I was speaking to the child, I asked him about this summer. He said he was fine with going for a couple weeks of summer, and we just want the child and the mother to figure out how that would work. And we're asking for only 30 days notice of any visitation she wants with confirmation of travel plans.
Turn it off.
Hello.
All right, Mr. Johnson, is the young man on?
Yes, sir.
All right, what is your name, young man?
Joe Johnson II.
Your mom's on here. And my understanding is you're 16 years old. You got a lot going on. You want to see your mother, but y'all want to work it out where it's convenient for both of you. Is that right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And you have things going on in your life. You're going to go see your mother this summer.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And when do you want to go?
Sometime in July.
When are you involved? What are you involved with this summer? I know you're going to be a junior in high school at Maynard Jackson High School. What's going on in your life this summer?
I play basketball.
So do they have basketball camps?
Yes, sir.
For school?
Yes, sir.
When is that?
It's going on like next week in June.
Can you go see your mother for the whole month of July?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. When does school start? When does school start? Probably about August 2nd?
August, yeah. Like August.
Maybe the 2nd or the 9th?
Yeah, through that time.
All right. Well, why don't we say, how are we going to pay for the ticket?
He should be able to pay for him to get there, and I should be able to pay for him to come back. I just think that's fair.
All right, let's do this. Let's split the round trip ticket.
Can I speak?
Yes, sir.
I don't agree with me paying, and the reason being is because she is still behind in child support, and that is something that we go through every year. She does not hit me with him at all.
How much is the child support?
Right now, she's only paying $150, and according to my child support calculations, her child support should be $550.
Well, it's already paid. Everything is a zero balance. So if
when did you pay it last night?
Hold on, Your Honor. I do have a online report that she currently owes $1,334 in child support as of yesterday from the child support receiver's office, and I do have that.
Where do you work, ma'am?
I do have a confirmation receipt. It is paid in full, and the only reason why it wasn't being
paid that.
I paid it last week on the 4th.
Like $1,300?
$1,852 to be exact.
$1,852?
Yes.
All right, well, let's show proof of that to Ms. Stadler. The child support is what, $150 a month right now? What do you do for a living, ma'am?
I work at a pharmacy. but I only bring home about $2,000 a month, and I have 2 other small children as well.
All right,
Tell
let's
them
do
about
this.
her business that you got
Daughter, she
online.
also has another business online that she has.
I not. That is not my company. You cannot prove it, and I do not file that on my taxes. So that is not valid.
It's her company. It's named after her daughter, and she is all on there by herself.
All right. All right. Ms. Stadler, can you verify the $1,800 payment?
It's not showing up in the child support receiver's office, Your Honor. We just had took a screenshot yesterday as of the 8th, and as of the 7th, and it was still showing $1,334 owed.
Well, it tells me 5 to 7 business days before it's actually posted, because
All right, well, let's contact them, Ms. Stadler. I'm gonna take a break and go back to this criminal. Let's contact them and we'll come back, okay?
Okay, yes, Your Honor.
All right, everybody hold on the line. Ms. Stadler, please do that.
Thank you.
What did we find out, Ms. Stadler?
Your Honor, hold on one second. Let me just get my screen up. My client has called the Georgia Department of Family Child Support, and the last payment received was in December of $150. Mr. Chin has sent me confirmation of a payment. However, the confirmation it states that it's a June 4th payment, and we believe that is the payment she made last June 4th to catch the child support arrearage up. We don't believe it's
paid on Friday, and it takes 5 days to post.
All right, so you're saying we're all in agreement the arrearage is paid up?
We don't know, Your Honor. We have not gotten it. Has not been received by Georgia.
I'm telling you.
Let me explain.
It's not going to be received by Georgia because I have to pay Texas first. So in order for payments to be made, Texas have to be notified first.
So now this 1,300 is as of today that we just called.
All right.
Sir.
You know it would be inappropriate whatsoever to make a misstatement to the court. You understand that?
Right. So I would not lie. I mean, it's in my bank account. I just
all right. So does that bring it current through June 1st?
Yes, it was $1,852.
All right.
And I have to pay Texas, not Georgia.
But they're saying that your income should be $500 a month. I'm going to raise the child support to $300 a month. I'm going to ask that you buy the plane ticket for the child to come out July 1, return July 31. And you and the young man can work out visitation since he is 16 years old.
Can I say something? This is supposed to be a trial. So therefore, the pleadings that I have are not being heard. That I don't think that I should be able to pay, because we have joint legal custody. Mr. Johnson has missed over 300 and something visitations willingly, in contempt. I don't know where they live. I don't know
because your child has been saying he doesn't want to come and see you.
All right. Y'all don't talk over each other.
I'm trying to talk. It seems like
I'm gonna let you talk. Go ahead.
Okay, so we have joint legal custody. I don't know where he lives. I'm just now finding out what school he goes to. He has violated every order that we have, knowing and willingly. So I think it was more than fair if he paid for him to get there one way and I pay for him to get there back. If child support has to go up, it needs to be a trust for my son when he turns 18. Because I have cash app records of me sending my son money every single month. So I just think that is so.
George.
Yes.
Be
Judge,
quiet.
can I speak?
Not your turn to
wait a minute. Let the father speak.
I don't have much to say, but what I will say is this. Every court case that we has had, I have shown proof. She knows when his birthday is before I do, because she had him. Okay. Since I've had him for like 7 to 8 years. She may have done something for his birthday twice. And one time it was buying a cake. She has not. She is on his court papers, because that's another court case that we already handled that she's bringing back up. Is already closed. Which is hold on. Let me speak. Which is when he was
one at a time. Listen.
When he was in elementary, she wasn't on his paperwork because she came and checked them out before without my knowing. So when I went to court about it, They told me to add her on his paperwork, but they had to call me in order for her to check them out because that is considered private. So she is on his paperwork, and she keep bringing up things that has already been handled in court before. My lawyer knows that as well as her lawyer. We're talking about today.
He's
All right,
changed
look,
out my notification.
assuming the child support is paid current through June of this year. You both have competent legal counsel.
It's not. I just.
And we're going to find out.
Can you let him talk?
We're going to find out. So assuming the child support's paid current, we're going to pay $300 a month beginning July 1. We're going to split for now the plane ticket. So whatever the plane ticket is, whenever the child goes out there, it'll be split. Okay. And it would be prudent for the child to go out there when the child has longer periods of time, maybe at Thanksgiving, maybe at Christmas, the month of July. Okay. So Ms. Stadler, I want you to prepare me an order saying the child support will be $300 a month, July 1. Put in the order that the mother has claimed in open court that she's paid current with this $1,800 something payment, that they will split the airfare for the child to go out there, that the mother and the child will work together to figure out when is appropriate for the child to come out there. The father will not inhibit the mother's visitation. Do you have your son's cell phone number, ma'am?
I do. But can I say?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson has not complied with anything that you guys have said since this has all started.
Well, what we're going to do is the child.
If I have,
can you let me speak?
All right, hang on. Please stop.
Please be quiet.
If I have,
the mother will be listed as getting all the information from school. The mother will get medical records of when the child goes to the doctor. How is the child getting health insurance?
I pay the health insurance. I have done everything for him. And everything that she's talking about is old.
Listen.
And that's what I'm saying. You can go pull up any court record.
Listen to me.
If I haven't complied, I have a question. I let her speak. If I have not complied, what
would you like for me to do?
Never.
If you don't let me see him, what would you like for me?
The child has agreed that he's going out there the month of July. Book the airline ticket. Ma'am, you booked the airline ticket. Y'all communicate on Family Wizard. Are you doing that now?
We can't communicate. That is the problem. That is what you don't understand. We do not talk. We do not speak.
Okay, all right. Here's how we're going to do it. Y'all are paying these fine attorneys with fine reputations. You contact your attorney, ma'am, Mr. Chin.
He needs to be emancipated. If that's the case, because I can't talk to Mr. Johnson, Judge. I can't speak to him. He does not talk.
Okay,
he does not communicate.
You know what? It's going to cost you money, but y'all communicate through your attorneys. All right. So you communicate with Mr. Chin, who communicate with Ms. Stadler. That's the way we're going to do this. We don't have much longer because the child's 16 and all this is going to go away when he's 18 or graduates from high school, whichever occurs first. So
on a court case this is, because I know if I'm the petitioner and I am the one who filed this paperwork to get something done because nothing has been done, I don't think it's fair that nothing.
That's because you haven't done nothing in 8 years.
Be quiet.
All right. What is it you want? I think I'm giving you what you want, ma'am. I'm making him pay half the airfare. They want you to pay $500 a month instead of $150. I'm going up to $300, not $500.
But
this is not healthy.
I have missed so many visitations. I have missed.
That's your fault. That's your fault.
You
cuss your own son out.
Stop.
You cuss your own son out.
All right.
Can you put on mute so I can talk? Because
I'm fine. We're trying to move forward, and you keep talking about old stuff. We're trying to move forward. He's trying to give you what you want.
All right.
You're not listening to the judge.
You won't shut up.
All right. Now look,
Jesus.
Mr. Chen, are you willing to communicate with Ms. Stadler? We don't have much longer.
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
All right. So
I
you,
will put that in the
All
order,
right.
Your Honor.
you communicate with the lawyers. We're going to book an airline ticket, ma'am. You're going to book it. And you tell Mr. Chen, who's going to tell Miss Stadler how much money that the father's going to owe, so we can offset that from the child support.
He
So
can just pay it on his end, pay the return
you have to
ticket.
book a round trip ticket. Book a
Judge, I'm
Okay,
so
that's
sorry.
fine.
It's
That's
her.
fine.
She's constantly saying something that it's making me respond.
Now look,
I agree with you.
ma'am, book the
I
ticket.
agree with you.
Okay, I will. Thank
Wait a
you.
minute. Book the ticket on July 1, return in July 31st. Book the ticket. Tell Mr. Chen how much it is. So if it's $300, then you get $150 offset on your next child support payment. So
Okay,
whatever it is, you can offset it from your child support.
that's
Communicate with
perfect.
the lawyer. Miss Stadler and Mr. Chen, does that cover everything we need to discuss?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Chen?
Would I like a finding of contempt on the 217 days that my client missed in attorney's fees?
Your Honor, we have the child that's willing to say that he's the one that did not want to go.
Because she
There was
cussed
an
him out.
there was a
All right.
physical.
All right, I'm not gonna find anybody in contempt. I'm not awarding any attorney's fees. Submit me that order, and that's what we're gonna do. Y'all have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, so there wasn't much out there today. I think a lot of the judges either had the day off or maybe they had a big meeting, and a lot of the states did the same meeting. I don't really know, but I had a hard time finding much, especially in the family law stuff. But the judge was giving mom what she wanted, but mom didn't expect her child support to be raised. That's not something she wanted. She said she was the petitioner, so she was quite upset about that. And she thinks that dad should pay halfway, or, half of the flight for this young man. But she's the one that moved. And usually when you're the one that moves, you're the one that pays. I don't think it's right that dad has to pay half of the airfare. I think mom should have to pay it 100%. She moved. The second thing is, she's complaining about her child support being raised. But first, when they talked about the business, that her online business, she said, well, you can't prove that's mine. Well, saying you can't prove that's my business and saying that is not my business are two completely different things. And as you heard, she didn't say that's not my business. She said you can't prove that's my business, because that is her business, in my opinion. Okay. So her child support should be raised to $500 or whatever that online business makes, whatever it calcs out to. $150 a month doesn't even pay for that young man to eat for a week. $300 won't even cover his food for a month. So I think mom is selfish. She's complaining about, I don't get my visitation. You moved away. Move back. Go to Georgia. Go there every weekend. You'll be able to see your son every weekend. Go there. It's on you. You can do it if that's what you wanted. If that's important, you would do it. That's all I have to say. So thank you guys so much for watching. I may have to stop this introduction and me speaking just for a little while until my voice rests. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.